What's up, family? So I promised to share. A couple of folks have asked me how I determine my entry prices for. I'm just gonna do leaps in this video. I do something a little with swings. It's a little bit different, but we'll just talk about leaps. So if you have the options masterclass, and I'm gonna right now while I'm talking, I'll type in Google because that's the stock I'm gonna use for this video. If you are in the options masterclass, what is the golden rule of the masterclass? That is buy at a discount. And the reason that that is important is because I see a lot of people who are in the red, right? One thing you're going to learn about Trap is he doesn't necessarily follow his rules all the time. And what I mean by that, I'm not shading him, it's just Trap is not always waiting for a discount anymore. The man got $4 million. He's just not doing that anymore. But I know for us, you're going to want to be 40% down in the red just because you bought high at the price that Trap bought it. So how do you avoid that? This is how you avoid it. What I would do, I posted Google today, so I'm going to use Google as an example. So I use Charles Schwab, and if you also use Schwab, you get access to Thinkorswim, which is what I'm in right now. With Thinkorswim, you can see the charts, you can also see the options, etc. So first things first, how do I determine what my strike price is? If you have the options masterclass, you already know that. I actually have a spreadsheet that I use, which I shared with the group, which just tells me, it automatically pulls in the current stock price, and it tells me a couple of things. I could do just 10, 15, 20% from the current price, which gives me price points, and I can use those to find a strike price. And then I actually have a formula, Trap's formula, plugged in here as well. And that gives me 179. So today I bought 190, and I actually should have bought 180, but I'm not tripping. It's okay. So once I determine the strike price using the formula, then I come in here, and I'm gonna do this for 190 and 180 just to show y'all. Then I look at the chart. So the nice thing about Thinkorswim is you can look at the chart for the stock, and you can also look at the chart for a specific option. So I copy and paste that option in here, and then this is the chart for the option. So I can see right away, Thinkorswim shows me the low price and the high price. This was 2.3, so $230 at the low, 22.23 at the high, so over $2,200 at the high. I bought it today for $487, and so that was a no-brainer for me because I see that Google is starting to run. Now I'm gonna take a break for a second and show you, how do I know Google is starting on an uptrend? I won't say run, but I will say it's starting on an uptrend. Well, I know that a couple of ways. One is, my favorite is the alligator method. So with the alligator method, and I shared this video out earlier today, when the stock price closes above the teeth, that is a strong indicator that it is about to rise. And also, if it's trading above the 200 MA, because if it's below the 200 MA, I don't mess with it. It's usually volatile. CrowdStrike is a good example of that. So I see that I'm actually late because it actually closed above the teeth on the 17th or 18th. So I'm a little late, but still, that's how I know. So that answers that question. So then I come back here, and I'm going to paste in the option again. So for me, it's all about risk to reward ratio. This is something I learned from Terry, I forget her last name, but this not for options, but for stocks. So I want to make 100% return. So in order to make 100% return, I realize I got to do some math. So I'm looking at the low, I'm looking at the high. Most stocks are going to go back to where they were. So if it was here, and this was when it was trading at 191, 192, and now it's here, I'm going to ask myself, okay, in order to make 100% return on my money, what is the maximum price that I can pay if it comes back to 22.23? And the answer to that is 1111. So about $1,100. And so anything less than that, I know is probably it's a strong chance that I'm going to get 100% return. So that is the math and the logic that I use to determine my price points. I'm not going above 1111. And I'm looking at it from the standpoint of I want to make 100% on my money. And sometimes it's all about ratio. That's a 2-1 ratio. Sometimes I'll do a 3-1 ratio if I'm being greedy. But that's how I do it. So we can come back to Google and I'll plug in 180 because that's what I'm probably going to buy another leg, or I'll buy another option at 180 because I like that price more. Say, the stock itself has been on sale, so you're going to see the same pattern here, the same trend. Low 375, high 27, right? This is trade in last for 760, so it's on sale. In order to 100% divide this 27 by 2, and that gives me 13 and some change, 1335, 38. And so I know anything under 1338 is going to give me, it's a high probability that if Google goes back to 190, I'm in, I'm good. And this is trading for half of 13. It's trading for almost half, 7. I might wait till 6, and then that gives me a really nice likelihood. So that's how I determine my range. I'm not going above whatever that half of the high is. It's all about the ratio. So I'm gonna do one more for y'all. I'll do Lily, right? Because I bought Lily today. Same thing. Lily today, I looked at the one that Trap posted, 960, right? So I'll copy this, pop it in here, and you can see the high for this particular option was 117.05. So I literally just divided that in half because I want to make 100% return. So that's the top of my range. I usually have a couple price points. That's the max that I would pay. And that came out to $58.50. I think I bought at $58.07. So I got in within my range. Now my plan, you can see the low was here. My plan is once it comes, it's probably going to come down. And when it does, like if it gets in the 30s, 40s, I'll buy another leg. So that's how I do it. That's how I increase the likelihood that I'm going to get a strong return and not be in the red. For a lot of people bought Lily like up here, or wherever Trap posted, you were up here. That's too high for me. Like if it drops, then, and that's okay. That's part of the game, but this is how I do it. Let me know if you have any questions. Hopefully this was helpful. And yeah, we trapping.